Hey guys, today on Cooking Up Love, I'm sharing our recipe for chopped cheese sliders. This is a great, quick and easy ground beef dinner. It's cheesy with lots of flavor, caramelized onions, and crispy bits of beef. We love these with a toasted bun and loaded up with tomatoes and shredded lettuce, just like the Bronx Bodega original. Plus, keep watching. I've got our homemade juicy sloppy joes, which use ingredients you've always got in hand, and one of our favorites, Walking Taco Casserole. Okay, let's get started. Here's what you'll need for your chopped cheese. About a pound of ground beef, American cheese slices, you can use white or yellow, seasoned salt, salt and pepper, an onion that will thinly slice, and for serving, shredded lettuce, tomato, I've got some French roll slider buns, mayo, and some hot sauce. These chopped cheese sandwiches come together in just about 10 minutes. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat and dust the bottom with some seasoning salt. Once the pan is hot, add the ground beef and use a spatula or a burger press to spread the meat out in a thin layer. Let the meat sear. Don't turn it yet. Sprinkle the top with some seasoning salt, and once you see the edges of the beef start to get crispy and brown, that's when you'll want to flip the meat. You can flip it as one big piece. I'm going to chop this into a couple of large pieces to make it easier to flip. And if you want to toast your buns, start doing that now. I've coated the buns with some mayo to toast these up. And hey, if this is your first time at our channel, welcome. We've got easy and delicious recipes that are perfect for sharing with everyone you love, and you can join us every week for new recipe ideas. And if you hit the bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get a notification every time we post a new video. Move the beef to one side of the skillet and add the thinly sliced onions to fry. And while the onions continue to cook, I'm going to start chopping the beef into chunks about 1/4 inch in size. And then once the onions are fried and nicely browned and the beef is cooked through, mix these together and start to gather it together in a pile in the middle of the pan. Top with the American cheese slices. Then reduce the heat to low and cover the pan so that the cheese can melt. To serve, I'm mixing together some mayo and hot sauce. Spread this over the top and bottom buns. Layer on tomato slices, your hot chopped cheese, and then top with crisp iceberg lettuce. This chopped cheese is rich and salty and cheesy. It's like a combination Philly cheesesteak meets cheeseburger and sloppy joe. This is so good. I hope you give it a try. Next up is our Walking Taco Casserole. Top with shredded lettuce, tomatoes, chopped red onions, cilantro, and sour cream. It's kind of like a big Frito pie that's great for sharing. It tastes great and it's super flavorful. Here's everything you're going to need. Brown up about a pound of ground beef. I'm mixing up a quick taco seasoning. You'll use 2 teaspoons of chili powder blend, a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And you can use your favorite taco seasoning here instead. Remove any extra fat and then season the ground beef with the taco seasoning to your taste. Add a can of Rotel tomatoes, undrained. I'm using the chipotle version for some extra spice. And then simmer this until the liquid has evaporated. Then add 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans and mix this to combine. Add 2 ounces of softened cream cheese and stir just until it's melted and thoroughly combined. Then remove the pan from the heat and stir in about a half can of enchilada sauce. Now to assemble. In a large 9x13 inch baking dish, start with a layer of Fritos or tortilla chips. Spoon half of the bean and meat mixture over the chips. And then spread a layer of shredded cheese. Follow that with more chips, the rest of the beef mixture, and top with cheese. Bake in a preheated 350-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes just until the cheese is melted and the taco casserole is heated through. Then top with shredded lettuce, tomatoes, chopped red onions, cilantro, and sour cream. This walking taco casserole is an easy dinner. It tastes great and it's super flavorful. If you're short on time and ingredients, you can whip up these tasty sloppy joes with just a pound of ground beef and a handful of ingredients and fresh buns. And you can make this ahead of time and keep it warm in the crock pot to serve at your next potluck or game day party. Start by browning a pound of ground beef in a large skillet, dusted with seasoned salt. And then cook the meat until the pink is gone, breaking it into bite-sized chunks. While it's cooking, mix together a half cup of ketchup, a quarter cup of barbecue sauce. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of yellow mustard, and a half teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and give this a stir. When the ground beef is cooked, pour the sauce over the top and cook this on medium heat just until the sauce is heated through. And then you can serve your sloppy joes on soft buns and all of your favorite toppings. I hope you enjoyed these 3 easy ground beef recipes, and maybe you found something to make this week. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button, and if you make it, I'd love to hear what you think. I've linked up a whole playlist of easy ground beef recipes for you up here. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.